Have you ever had a dream and when you woke from that dream, you weren't sure it was a dream or if it was real life? Have you had one of those? I had one of those last night, and I was in this amazing setting. There's this beautiful park and it had this amazing stream flowing through the middle and some rocks, and it was flowing, nice steady flow. And further off in the distance were these giant, like, beast-like dogs. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Lord of the Rings, and they've got these giant dogs. And it was like a zoo-type park. And I was walking down, I had my camera, I had like a really long zoom, and I was taking some shots of these beasts. And I remember it just being really warm. I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was walking down and getting some great shots. I remember feeling so peaceful, so relaxed. Have you ever felt you could actually do anything, be anything, and achieve anything? You were so content, so present, so aware, you're expanded. Well, this is how I was feeling. And I was getting closer and closer and closer. And I knelt right down, because one of the dogs had a little baby dog with it. And it was quite unusual, it had the teeth coming out the side. And I was just creeping down very slowly. And I zoomed right in, I got close to the stream, with a few rocks poking out, and I stepped onto the rocks. And I was taking a shot. And then all of a sudden, it reminded me of a time, because don't dreams change and morph and transmute? I wanted this puppy. And it was like this cute, cute puppy. And I was like 9 years of age. And if you ever really wanted something and you just felt that it was out of your reach, that you knew the answer was going to be no, well, that didn't stop me. Like, being 9 years of age, I was going to get this puppy. And it was so beautiful, like a chocolate colour, the nice brown eyes, you know, the droopy ears, really, really cute. And I knew it was going to be a hard task to convince my mum. So I got my sister to come along as well. And we came back with this beautiful puppy. My mum wasn't too impressed, I must say, putting pressure on her like that. And it was approaching my birthday. It was going to be my birthday in 2 days. My grandma was coming down. My mum flatly said no. But when you're a kid, no means not now, maybe in the future, right? So I kept that, when my grandma came down, I told my grandma that's what I wanted. And it was the day of my birthday. It was a Saturday morning, and I'll never forget. And they went out and I was just so excited. They said they'd be back in an hour. They were going to get something. I just thought, maybe what? The cake? My puppy? And you know, they came in through the side gate. And my sister was holding the box. And it was about this big. And it had holes in the top. And I saw them come around the side gate. I could see them coming through. I was in the window and coming along, and they had that. There was air of that the excitement in the air, and I was just waiting eagerly in anticipation. And they came in. They're all giggling and excited, and there's the box. And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get that puppy. And I was so excited. I've been wanting it for a while. And they come in. My sister hands me the box, and I grab the box, and it's in my hands. I could feel something jumping inside of it. Almost like a monkey. And that reminded me of a time that I went down the south coast and I was walking through this village. And it was down in Berry, you may not know of it. Beautiful, quaint village with a lot of antiques and small shops. And it was the people there had a great, majestic life. Very easy, very breezy, and quite a cruisy existence. Everyone knew each other. Anyway, this monkey, no one knows where it came from, but it was causing havoc. It was rampaging and running through the shops. It destroyed the park. There was a beautiful park. It destroyed it. It was shoplifting, eating all the goods. And the townsfolk were like ripping their hair out in frustration. They had this once tranquil, peaceful existence, and it was gone in a heartbeat. Have you ever had anything that you held dear, where you took something for granted? You took something for granted, and it wasn't until it was disrupted, taken away from you, that you really started to appreciate it. I think we've all had something like that. And this monkey, the townsfolk, you can imagine, just wanted it gone. They would do anything to get rid of this pest from their life. And they'd be happy only when this monkey was gone. And along strode this wizard. And you can imagine he had the long purple gown. He had the wizard hat. And he strode into the town with so much confidence and so much certainty. The townsfolk knew that this was their solution. And he strolled in, and all the townsfolk gathered around, and the monkey was jumping along roof from roof, throwing tiles as he went along. And the wizard just stood there with pause and confidence. And the townsfolk come up, "Can you help us, mister?" And they were like begging, pleading, very needy. They wanted the solution. They knew the wizard could help, and they were desperate for that help. And they said, "What can you do to help us?" And the wizard said, "Yes, I can get rid of this monkey for you. That is not the problem. I need you to do two things for me." And they're like, "Anything, please, please, anything. Can you get rid of this monkey for us, please?" Have you ever been in a situation where you do almost anything to fulfill your dream, to get that way of life or pursue that way of life that you want? I think most of us are in that position, wanting more out of life, or wanting a life that they've noticed other people have. And they just needed to be empowered. And that reminded me when I was taking that shot in the stream, and I was so close to that wolf dog creature with the teeth coming out the side, and I had the little puppy next to it, but it was a vicious puppy. And I was zooming in, then all of a sudden something came to the side, and I woke up in a sweat, and I realised it was just a dream. But if it's just a dream, I can change it. So I went back into the dream. And this time when I'm pausing and taking a photograph of that wolf beast, I saw the other one coming around the corner, and I leapt into the water and swam away. And I was swimming down the stream. I come to the shore. And here I am with that box, 9 years of age, finally going to get my puppy. And the box is in my lap and it's moving a little bit, you see? And I could hear something scratching, and I could feel it. And then my anticipation just grew and grew and grew. And I take the lid off. And it was a white rabbit. I didn't get my puppy. I got a white rabbit. But when you change the way you look at something, that thing changes. It's funny when your perspective changes, so does your reality. And why I've got that rabbit was always a dog to me, and I treat him as so. I used to go to the fruit and veg shop. There were so many advantages having that rabbit. He was cheap to look after, he was easy to look after, didn't have to clean up his poop. And his favourite food was pears, and I would hold him up high and he'd stretch out and nibble the pets from my hand. And what a fantastic pet he was. And that reminds me of, you can change your reality. You have the power to change your reality. And now townsfolk didn't realise. And the wizard made these magical donuts. The monkey ate them, and the problem disappeared. Through having gratitude for what you already have, you can create anything you want. Thank you.